What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. I know I am. It is a great day to be a Chargers fan. If you're a Chargers fan and you have not heard the news, Khalil Mack has been traded to the LA Chargers from the Chicago Bears. And I love this. And before I get into it, if my voice sounds a little muffled or whatnot, I'm a little under the weather, so please bear with me. But this trade is awesome. This trade is absolutely awesome. Joey Bosa does not have to see a constant double or triple team every single time now because they finally got him a partner in crime that isn't Melvin Ingram's corpse. It's going to be awesome. I really like this trade, and here's why. It's going to open the field up a ton for a lot of the other guys on the defense. No matter who it is, no matter how great they are, it's going to open up opportunities for them because there's going to be a lot of attention devoted to Khalil Mack because he's still an elite Pro Bowl, all-pro level player, and I strongly believe that people will try and say that like, oh, he's injury prone because, he did miss the end of last season or a good portion of last season with a foot injury. But even he played 7 games last year and had 6 sacks in the 7 games. He clearly was not slowing down before the injury. And I don't think it's going to hold him back. He's a freak of nature. I've seen this guy literally jump out of a swimming pool, not into it, jump out of a swimming pool. He's a freak. So I'm not worried about the health. And even before that, he's only missed 2 games before this last season in his entire NFL career. He's got a history of being an Iron Man, and I expect him to get back to being healthy and get back to balling out like he has his entire career. Now, it's going to be great to not be able to double team Bosa anymore. And this is just like a dream of mine. Just imagine Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, and Derwin James blitzing on the same play together. Imagine them blitzing on the same side. Whatever side that is for the opposing offensive line, I'm gonna pray for you because you're gonna need a lot more than God to come help you because you're probably gonna get ran through. It's gonna be special because this defense needed a lot of help, especially with the pass rush. Run stop is one thing, but getting a player that can do a little bit of both and is elite on both sides, or at least on both aspects, I should say, is very crucial. He's a big name. It's nice to get some more star power on the defense. So people that like, no matter how great they're playing or whatnot, people are going to put them on their scouting report and are going to try and game plan against them. Makes it to where Joey's not getting all the attention. Derwin's not getting all the attention. Like there's going to be different. You're going to have to see a different mix in the game plans against the defense. So I really, really like that. And people, I want people to understand how great this guy's been for the last few years and I've got Joey Bosa's stats here in comparison with Khalil Mack's because we all believe Joey Bosa's one of the best defensive ends in the entire league. And if you don't think so, are you with the wall? But so Khalil Mack this is the last 3 years. So 2019, he had 8.5 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, 47 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, and he made the Pro Bowl. Really, really solid season. 2020, he had 9 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 50 tackles, 11 tackles for loss, all pro and a Pro Bowler. Last year, 6 sacks in 7 games, had the foot injury. We all know, we understand that. It is what it is. I'm not worried about it. Now let's look at Joey Bosa in comparison to those 3 years, because we all think that he's been amazing, which he has. 2019, 11.5 sacks. So he had about 3 more sacks. 1 forced fumble, that's 4 less than Khalil. 67 tackles, 18 tackles for loss, and he was a Pro Bowler. Had an excellent season. 2020, he only played 12 games. He had 7.5 sacks, 39 tackles, 15 tackles for loss, and he was a Pro Bowler. 2019, that's about he had 1.5 sacks less. He didn't play as many games, so I'm not really going to do a whole lot of comparison and trying to figure out what the difference is there. It's not really worth it. 2021, last year, he had 10.5 sacks, 51 tackles, 7 forced fumbles, and 5 tackles for loss. I expect both of their numbers to go up now because neither of these guys have ever played with somebody like that. Like Khalil Mack's never played with the Joey Bosa, and Joey Bosa's never played with the Khalil Mack. I would honestly expect them both to be in double-digit sacks next season, and they probably are going to get there by like week 12. Like I have that high of expectations for it, barring health, of course. Anything can happen in football. It's a very dangerous game, but I really, really like what this trade does for their defense because now you almost have the defensive line bolstered up, but you still need to get the defensive tackle. You still need to figure out corner and stuff like that. We're going to see all that stuff in free agency, but you got a big piece to fix what was a very lackluster pass rush. Now you don't have to send Derwin on a blitz once every 4 times in order to get a sack. Like you have options now. And I think that's what they didn't have last year. They didn't really have flexibility to maneuver things around. And right now, getting Khalil Mack allows them to at least do that to a different degree. So I really love that. And for the people that don't understand like the cap and stuff like that, I think his cap hit's like going to be like 17 million this year, and it can get restructured and stuff. But my personal like favorite reason, because even even if, because you have to look at the doubt that maybe he does get injured, which, knock on wood, I don't have any wood around me, but knock on it and hope that he doesn't. If it doesn't work out, the Bears own all of his dead cap. So they could just cut, the Chargers could cut him, like say it didn't work out for 1 or 2 years or whatever, and be like, oh, look, this isn't working, we're going to cut him. They wouldn't have to pay him a single dime. He would not count against their cap at all, and they'd be able to get out from under it. The Bears have to pay all of it. So getting them to pay all of it, and then all you traded was a 2nd rounder and a 6th rounder. The 6th rounder probably wasn't even going to play this year. And yeah, the 2nd rounder has some value, but the 2nd rounder is not Khalil Mack. I'm sorry, he's just not. Like, doesn't matter who it is. It's very unlikely that they're going to be like Khalil Mack. So you basically got a steal. You got a big name player who's been big time production. I mean, the dude, what has he had in the last 3 years? 8 forced fumbles. That's a pretty big number. And he missed a huge chunk of last year. So basically it's like 2.5 years. He had 8 forced fumbles. What is that? Like 23.5 sacks. Like those are huge numbers. And I expect, like I said, I expect them to go up with Joey Bosa being on his side, Derwin James being on his side. And we don't even know what else is yet to come because they're probably going to draft a D tackle. Maybe they sign one. I don't know. They're going to get corners. It's going to be, right now it looks amazing. This was a home run hit in my opinion, because you didn't give up much to get him and you're not like hamstrung by him if it doesn't work out. So I really love this. It's going to be awesome. Charger fans, let me know how you're feeling about this trade. I really, really want to know. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. And I'm going to end it on this. Since we got Khalil Mack, who else would you like to see them go out and get now? Because I think they're still going to have, like, once you factor in like the draft picks, stuff like that, they're still going to have like 16 or 17 million. I think. I could be wrong. So there still is enough room to go get one, maybe one more star that they can do a whole lot of restructuring. They still have the flexibility to do something else. So let me know who you want to get. I've seen people talking about JC Jackson. I'm one of them. I really would love to see him on this team. Tyrann Mathieu is a big fan of mine, or not big fan of mine. Jesus, ego inflated. I'm a big fan of Tyrann Mathieu, I should say. And I've seen this one getting floated around that they might try and trade for James Bradbury on the Giants. I'd be open to that too. Just get a legit number 1 corner, and then you can have Michael Davis playing the number 2 corner and Asante Samuel playing in the slot. You have a lot of flexibility there now. Just do something. You know, I want to know what people think. Who are you hoping for? What do you think is actually going to happen? And I've heard that they might go get Gronk at tight end. So I would be all for that. But anyway, I love this trade. Khalil Mack, I've been a fan of him for years. He gets to go after his old team twice a year now. And if anybody's going to be chasing Derek Carr, Russell Wilson, and Patrick Mahomes around, I'm glad it's going to be Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, and Derwin James. That's a pretty good 3 to have chasing those guys around. So yeah, I'm done here. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Peace.